Hey everyone, welcome back to my Fit for Your Purpose channel. Okay, so right off the bat, I have to say something because one of my friends watched my channel and remember I said this a long time ago that I'm so like always behind everything when it comes to social media and YouTube and everything. So apparently I have not been saying what I'm supposed to say when it comes to subscribe to my channel and pass it along and all that sort of stuff. So please subscribe to my channel because then whenever I do a new video, it'll pop up in your news feed or your phone or however you have it set up. So I don't know where the subscribe button is. It's somewhere. Maybe in the next couple months I'll start having emojis and everything on my page. But right now, I'm going to get to it. But apparently I was supposed to make that announcement, so I'm doing it on the front end instead of the back end so I don't forget. And I apologize about my kitchen being in the background. I'm sitting at my table and I was actually sitting in front of the window, but the glare is like, it had me glowing. So I was like, let me just shift because I don't really feel like getting up, moving to another part of my house. So, all right, my topic today, I came up with the topic and then there was a reason why I wanted to share this. And then I started thinking about kind of talking out loud, the story, and it really didn't mesh. And so I'm keeping the topic, but I'm changing the material that I had to go along with it. So today I am going to talk about the power of probably, I guess I was going to say it's one of the shortest words and our English language is only 2 letters. I don't think, I guess I is a word. So it's a small word, but it's very powerful is the point that I'm trying to make. And that word is no, the power of no. And so, like I said, I had some stuff happen and where I was thinking about it and the story, like I said, it didn't really flow, but I was like, I can still get the essence of the message of what I'm trying to, convey here. So I am a person that is, we all have strengths, we all have weaknesses, some of our character flaws. So, some of my character flaws, I am a lot of a perfectionist, which can be good and bad, just depending on it. And I'm learning to kind of let that go. I have to, being a single mom, because I just can't do everything that I used to be able to do. And I've said that before in videos when it comes to my dishes and my laundry. And I know that's not everything to life. It could be just, running errands or something to that nature. But I'm definitely not I've had to learn to let that go. So I'm not as bad, but I still can be. I am also a self-proclaimed people pleaser, and I know the backstory on that, and I being a perfectionist a lot of times comes from certain characteristics and traits and even your socialization as you're growing up, so I understand why and where it's coming from, but I am a self-proclaimed, I guess that's the proper terminology, people pleaser, and that's not the best quality to have. Now I will say a couple things. The older you get, I hope, but I do think the older you get, the easier it does become to say no. And then when you've been through some things, the past several years, I've gone through some things. It has made it so much easier to say no. And when I say no, I don't mean that somebody is asking you for a favor and you're just like nasty no. Like no, I'm not going to help you. I don't mean that. I just mean putting up boundaries, and if something doesn't work for you, and it's a balance because we all should look to give back and to help people when we can, but that should not be at the mercy of you foregoing you and yourself and your schedule and everything like that. One of my favorite words is balance, right? So but saying no can be challenging, and like I said, it doesn't have to be a nasty no is what I'm calling it. But it's like, hey, whatever the circumstance, somebody wants you to go out and, no, I can't today. I don't really need to really go into explanation why. And that was one of my things with being a people pleaser. I felt like I had to always give an explanation so feelings wouldn't get hurt and all of this sort of thing. When I was about to say when I had more friends, that sounds kind of depressing, but my circle of friends is really small, very intentionally so right now. But before, when I was involved in different groups and that sort of thing, you end up with a lot of acquaintances / friends. And so I categorized my friends as either high maintenance or low maintenance. And so let me describe the difference between the two. And no, I will not throw out specifics of those groups. But the main difference for me in my high maintenance versus low maintenance friends, my high maintenance friends were the type of friends where they'd almost make me feel guilty if something came up and I couldn't do whatever. Guilt should never be part of any type of relationship. I honestly believe that. So, I mean, and then being a people pleaser on top of that, I was like, it would just stress me out. And then I'd be worried about it all night. I'd lose sleep or something of that nature. But then I had to step back and say, well, this person's making me feel guilty and, needing to call me. A lot of my close friends know I'm not a phone talker. I will text all day, every day. I'll send you a book and a text message, but I don't really like talking on the phone a whole lot. So, and then those high maintenance friends ignored that and still wanted to talk on the phone. So high maintenance. Okay. My low maintenance friends, God bless them. I mean, it could be 2 hours before we're, maybe I'm trying to think of an example, but we're supposed to do something, go to eat dinner or something. And some days, it's just, you don't feel it. And so I could send them a text message and not a phone call and say, you know what, can I get a rain check? And it's like, cool, no problem. Low maintenance friends, I adore them. So, through that and just going through some things and just really having this, time frame of really having some self-discovery about myself, it's getting so much easier to use that powerful word of no. So let me tie this into, my mentoring group and my whole Fit for Your Purpose and my audience and that sort of thing. So I have a lot of students right now, well, in my mentoring group, and then just even students who I've built a relationship with that are entering their senior year or going into grad school. Life is basically getting hectic, and no is going to need to be an essential part of your vocabulary. Who's really good about this, and I'm going to share this, and so if she watches it, shout out to my baby sister. My baby sister, Remy, that girl, she's 20 and she is like, no, all day, every day. She has no problem saying no. I mean, and no lost feelings, no hurt feelings on my end. Matter of fact, a week or so ago, she asked me a long question and I wanted to FaceTime her because it would be easier because I honestly didn't feel like sending a long text. I didn't mind it, but I was like, it's probably easier just to explain it over the phone. So I was like, hey, can you FaceTime? And she's like, actually, I just got off both my jobs and she's preggers right now. So, she's extra tired. So she's like, no, I just got home. And I mean, I'm amazed. At 20, that wouldn't have been me. I would have FaceTimed and been, so I didn't feel guilty and stuff. So the power of no, guys, is going to be essential as you move forward and go. Even it doesn't even have to be like grad school or whatever, guys. It's a good tool to have and a lesson to learn and something to implement into you and you as a person to be able to put up boundaries and basically ask people to respect your boundaries, right? We should not make each other feel guilty because, we don't feel like doing X, Y, and Z at a specific time. And if you're focused and if you have work and classwork and all of these different things that are just, a lot for you right now, the power of no is really going to help you out. So I hope that encourages somebody today or whenever you watch this, and pass it along if it's something that maybe a people pleaser and you're like, hey, just they can play it. I listen to YouTube videos and I'll replay the same ones over and over again. And it's amazing how much encouragement or empowerment you can get. Even in a short amount of time, it'll kind of carry you through your day. So that's what I hope this is that this is just a reminder to people that it's okay. It's absolutely okay. And this is one of those moments where I could actually say, if I did it, you can do it. I am telling you, ultimate people pleaser. And if I could get to the point where I can say no and be okay with it. Another thing that has probably helps me to get to that point of being okay with saying no, honestly, is my job and teaching. You can't be a people pleaser and teach because love my students. I absolutely love my students, but they'll take advantage of that if, it's the one student who needs the one-time pass on something. And if I'm worried about them getting upset, I've had students that I adore that, they miss an exam or something and I feel horrible. But I cannot, I can't give an exception and I can't say yes to one and say no to another. That's not right. So my job in teaching has actually helped me, to make it easier for me to say no. So I hope that encourages someone today. I can't talk today. I think it's because it's hot in my mouth. I've been drinking water all day and I still feel like I'm dehydrated. So I apologize for that, but I hope that helps somebody today and that you remember the power of no is amazing. See how happy I am because I have really, really embraced this and really use it. I put up boundaries when I need it to be able to, stay in a good space mentally, physically, spiritually, all of those things. So I think I kind of went over my time. I hope that you have a wonderful week or weekend, depending on when you watch this. Don't forget to subscribe. My friend who told me, you know who you are. And I will see y'all on the next video.